ChatGPT. Developed by OpenAI, ChatGPT was the product that brought AI chatbots to the masses. Its biggest superpower? It's a digital Swiss Army knife. You can use it to write, study, code, summarize, brainstorm, analyze images, proofread text, or even talk through a personal problem. It wasn't built for one specific task. It was designed to be useful for almost any language task. The beauty of ChatGPT is its versatility. It's the chatbot people turn to when they aren't exactly sure what tool they need. Need to draft an email? ChatGPT. Need to understand a concept? ChatGPT. Need to turn messy ideas into a structured outline? ChatGPT. Plus, OpenAI keeps turning ChatGPT into a massive platform, adding memory, custom tools, live web search, advanced file analysis, image generation, voice modes, and daily life integrations. It's constantly updating, optimizing everything from session security to account controls. At the end of the day, the simplest way to understand it is this. ChatGPT is your generalist assistant. It might not always be the absolute best at one hyper-specific task, but it's always the most flexible starting point. Next up is Claude by Anthropic. Using Claude feels different. While ChatGPT feels like a jack-of-all-trades assistant, Claude often feels like an editor, a researcher, or a deep thinking partner. Its core strength lies in handling massive amounts of text, reasoning carefully through problems, writing beautifully and naturally, and keeping complex conversations organized. Anthropic positions Claude as a family of advanced models focused heavily on safety, reasoning, professional workflows, and long context tasks. If ChatGPT is a Swiss Army knife, Claude is a patient editor sitting at a large wooden desk. You can drop an essay, a massive company policy, a long interview transcript, a complex thesis, or even an emotionally delicate draft into it and ask for feedback. Claude shines brightest when the task requires tone, nuance, structure, and extreme care. The bottom line? Claude is the chatbot for slow, deep thinking and high-quality writing. Then we have Google's Gemini. To understand Gemini, you need to understand one key thing. Google doesn't want Gemini to just be a standalone website where you type questions. Google wants Gemini to be an intelligent layer woven into its entire ecosystem. Search, Gmail, Docs, Sheets, Android, YouTube, Calendar, Drive. The big difference is that Gemini doesn't just show up as an isolated app. Its whole bet is being right there where the internet already happens for you. And actually, since you are watching this video right here on YouTube, Gemini has a pretty incredible advantage. It has a native extension for this platform. It can watch videos, summarize them, find specific moments in long-form content, and help you digest hours of footage without you having to manually watch the whole thing. Basically, it takes a long video and turns it into something you can search, skim, and understand almost like a document. Gemini's real value isn't just answering prompts. It's the fact that it lives inside the Google world. It can summarize your emails, help you write docs, analyze Drive data, create drafts, and seamlessly move between tools that billions of people already use every single day. On top of that, Google has pushed hard on multimodal capabilities, handling text, images, audio, video, and live search at the same time. So, while ChatGPT feels like a highly powerful independent app, Gemini feels more like an intelligent layer built directly into the operating system of the internet. Of course, that deep integration brings up major questions: privacy, data control, and exactly how much of our digital lives we want a single tech giant's AI to see. But if the future of chatbots depends on being right where we search, work, watch, and organize, Google is already standing in exactly the right place. The bottom line? Gemini is the ecosystem chatbot. Less like a separate app, more like a smart upgrade to your entire digital life. Now let's look at Microsoft Copilot. Copilot has a razor-sharp identity. It doesn't want to be a casual chatbot to chat with. It wants to be the assistant living inside your workday. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, Windows. If Gemini is the king of the Google ecosystem, Copilot is the master of the Microsoft realm. Microsoft rolls out constant updates for Microsoft 365 Copilot, enhancing its chat features, multi-platform support, and native productivity tools. Copilot is engineered for people who live in spreadsheets, meetings, emails, and slide decks. It can catch you up on a meeting you missed, draft an email reply, instantly turn raw notes into a fully formatted PowerPoint presentation, or run complex data analysis on an Excel sheet. The difference between Copilot and other chatbots isn't just about who has the highest IQ. It's about proximity. Copilot wins by being exactly where your actual work happens. The bottom line? Copilot is the chatbot for corporate productivity. Then there's Perplexity. Perplexity is incredibly important because it represents a radically different idea. What if a search engine didn't just give you a list of links, but actually read them all and wrote back a perfectly organized answer with sources? That is Perplexity's core mission. It doesn't want to feel like a personal assistant. It wants to be a conversational answer engine. Instead of making you do the digging, Perplexity searches the web in real time, synthesizes the data, and places clear citations next to every fact. This makes it insanely useful for researching current events, comparing products, checking the news, or starting deep dives without drowning in 20 open browser tabs. But it also comes with a risk. Like any AI system, it can hallucinate, misinterpret a source, or oversimplify complex topics. That's why in Perplexity, those little citation tags aren't just for decoration. They are the core of the experience. The idea isn't just to blindly trust the AI's answer. The idea is that you can easily double-check exactly where that answer came from. The bottom line? Perplexity is the chatbot trying to reinvent how we search the internet. Now let's talk about xAI's Grok. Grok is a wild card because it is deeply plugged into X, formerly known as Twitter. That integration gives it a completely distinct personality. Faster, more informal, and deeply embedded in the public, chaotic conversation of the internet. xAI built Grok with real-time search, voice modes, image and video generation, coding help, and advanced reasoning. Grok's goal isn't just to answer your private prompts. It acts as an interpreter for what's happening in the world right now. Imagine a chatbot that stares directly into the chaotic firehose of social media and tries to give you instant context. What's going on? What is everyone talking about? Is this viral post real? What does this meme mean? What are both sides saying in this massive online argument? In fact, recent studies have looked closely at how Grok is used inside X as an informal fact-checker, debate referee, and tool to map out social conversations. But Grok has also faced its fair share of controversy, especially around content moderation, unfiltered image generation, and deepfake risks, with investigative reports from outlets like Wired and Reuters highlighting issues with non-consensual content and regulatory scrutiny. At the end of the day, Grok represents something incredibly powerful, but highly delicate, a chatbot wired directly into the social pulse of the internet. The bottom line? Grok is the chatbot of real-time public conversation. Naturally, the ultimate question is, which chatbot is the absolute best? But honestly, that's the wrong question to ask. It's like asking, what's the best tool in the world? Well, it depends. A hammer? A screwdriver? A calculator? A notebook? A search engine? Each chatbot is building toward a completely different vision. ChatGPT wants to be the flexible assistant for almost anything. Claude wants to be the thoughtful partner for deep thinking and complex text. Gemini wants to be woven into your Google life. Copilot wants to automate your office workflows. Perplexity wants to revolutionize how you find information. And Grok wants to decode internet trends as they happen. AI chatbots aren't just trendy new apps. They represent a fundamental shift in how we interact with technology. For decades, we had to learn the rules of computers to use them. Now we are entering an era where computers are desperately trying to learn ours. But that doesn't mean we should trust them blindly. A chatbot can help you think, but it can't think for you. It can summarize information, but it can still get things wrong. It can sound incredibly confident, even when it's completely confused. And it can make you highly productive or highly dependent, depending entirely on how you choose to use it. So maybe the best way to look at these chatbots isn't to wonder which one will destroy the rest, but rather to ask yourself, what kind of relationship do I want to have with artificial intelligence? Because each chatbot isn't just a tool. It's a unique proposal for how we will work, search, create, and understand the world in the years to come. If this was helpful to you, please subscribe. Every week we explain technology in a straightforward way so you understand what you are using. If you made it this far, the next video is for you. Click right here.